Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So I just recently purchased a second 20-inch fat tire electric bike, and it just FedEx just dropped us off at my house here just a couple hours ago. So I am very excited. I haven't opened the box. So this video will be the unboxing of this 20-inch fat tire e-bike, and then in another video it'll be the review and whatnot, and we'll look into some specs. So let's go ahead and open up this cool looking 20-inch fat tire bike, and let's go ahead and see what's inside. It's actually, the box it seems like it's packed very well, and it's not even a wide box. The width of this box is like maybe 10 to 12 inches. It's not like the other 20-inch fat tire e-bikes like the Jetson Warn I have reviewed in the past. That box was twice as wide as this. So I mean, not that it matters, but this seems like it's packed very well. So let's go ahead and open it and see what's inside. All right, guys. So after removing about just about 10 or 12 of these heavy-duty staples from the top of the box, I am really liking what I see. This is packed very well. Wow, very nice. It's got some nice thick styrofoam. Heck, even the seat is in a taped styrofoam. This box, I'm gonna assume, has got the charger and whatnot. And I am super excited. The color is very nice, of course. You can see that it's like black and orange, but wait until you hear about the features and of this bike. So I'm liking what I see. I really do. I couldn't wait. I had to open it right away and record this video, at least for the unboxing. And so let's go ahead and see what's inside. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and open up this small box. I'm gonna assume that there's the charger in here and maybe some other accessories. Let's see. So we have this looks like the user manual or a quick start guide for the lock, as it comes with a, let's see, let's get these pegs out of the way. And they look like they're folding pegs. I'm not too sure. I'll have to look into that. Let's put that aside. It comes with a free, oh wow, I'm actually impressed. Actually comes with a free combination chain lock. Oh, very nice. Looks like it's maybe 2 feet long, give or take. Hey, free's not bad, right? I never complain when I get free things. And then inside this smaller box, and so this is the charger. Let's see, and this looks like, well, this is the power cable, and here is the power adapter. It's a D-Power, if I'm reading that right, D-Power brand. It looks like a D to me. Here's the charging status on the top right. And if we flip this over, oh, it's a good thing. Let's see. The input is 2 amps, and the output is 2 amps as well. I was hoping for a 3 amp charger. That's okay. Not a huge deal. And let's go put that in the box. Actually, it looks like it comes with a nice user manual. I am a fan of that. So if we just look inside, it's a good 20 pages or whatnot. It looks like 20-25 pages. Serial number, congratulations, whatnot. All that information. And here it seems like we have a small tools bag. Not excuse me, not the Ziploc bag, this other bag, which is made out of looks like some type of tear resistant material. And here, let me just go ahead and put on this. Oh wow, you actually get quite a bit of tools. We have about 5 Allen wrenches and 3 regular size wrenches here. So yeah, not bad. It seems, I believe I'm gonna have all the tools to put this bike together, which shouldn't be that hard anyways. So let's go ahead and see what else is in the box. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the seat. Oh, they packed this very well. Look at this. The seat post is wrapped with styrofoam, and so is the seat itself. Let's put that aside. And then here we have quite a bit of styrofoam to pull out. Let's put that aside. And let's go ahead and pull out this piece. Oh, very nice. I'm even more excited, guys. This is, wow, this seems like a nice bike, guys. No joke. Here is the fenders. It seems like they zip tied everything together, which I like that. This company really cares about its customers, obviously, because when I see a unit or an e-bike or electric scooter that's packed very well, that means they take great pride towards the customer and they want them to be happy. Wow, guys, look at the brake light and the tail light. This is a nice size brake light. Very nice. I can't wait to ride this bike, honestly. And this is actually the rear rack. Actually comes with a metal rear rack in the back, which is, I'm liking what I see. I really like what I see, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the bike. And obviously I can't hold the phone that way doing it. So it looks like there's a box here. Yeah, everything is zip tied together. So let me get back to you when I clip all these zip ties, when I cut them, and we'll see what else is in the box. All right, guys, so all I did was remove the seat from the box. It was just zip tied to the bike, and I just went ahead and pulled out the entire bike, and this is exactly what it looks like. You can see that I do have to install the front tire, which is fine. Man, I'm liking these beefy tires. I don't know about you guys. These are CST, BFT, 20 inches by 4 inches wide. Very nice. I am loving the color. This orange and black is what I got. Okay, let me go ahead and remove all of the zip ties, and then we'll see. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and install the front tire, the front wheel, and we'll see how this works out. I am super excited. Looking good so far, guys. Now I do like the fact that it does come with the pre-installed rear rack on the back. All right, guys, so I have removed most of the zip ties, and boy, there's a lot of them. This is packed very well. I do appreciate that from the company, from STARRUN. And still not done, but at least I got the bike stand visible now, and this seems like a nice heavy-duty bike stand. So there it is, standing on its own. It had a nice balance, so it was standing on its own before I even got to unzipping the bike stand, but it's okay, no big deal. So it's looking real good, guys. This orange and black color is nice. It really pops. I feel like I'm unboxing like something from Transformers. I don't know about you guys, but honestly, that's what it feels like. I don't know, because the color or the design of it, I'm really digging this. So let me go ahead and finish up. Let me go ahead and install at least bolt on the stem and whatnot, and then I guess mount the wheel. I'll try to record that part, and we'll see where we get, guys. So, oh, and by the way, guys, as you can see here, as I loosened up, I pretty much cut all the zip ties except the handlebar. So you can see that here the stem is actually attached to it. So all I need to do is just install this, and then most likely log this onto it. I might have to use an Allen wrench in the middle. That's what I had to do on the other bike, the Jetson Warren. If you haven't seen that review, you can click on the link on the top right of the video or look in my playlist. I mean, this is almost pretty straightforward. I am going to try to look at the manual. I am kind of lazy though, but I do recommend reading the manual and looking over it, which I'm about to do here in a minute. And then I'm going to go ahead and mount the handlebar on top, and maybe do some height adjustment and whatnot. Hopefully it is adjustable. A lot of bikes are, but some are not. And it seems like that I can lock and unlock the shocks as well. I like that. Very cool. Seems like this one is, oh, I guess one is red and one is black. Okay, cool. So let me go ahead and remove these zip ties. All right, guys, I do want to show you something. So if you were to buy one of these bikes, which you probably will, because it's like packed with features, you know, full suspension and whatnot. I do not want to ruin it for the review, so I just want to mention this part. Now, before you clip on this stem right here, the front piece, the front stem, I believe that's what it's called. Before you mount it and lock it with this lever, make sure that you go ahead and align the handlebar, which is, this is like the upper stem and this is the lower stem, however you want to look at it, guys, whatever you want to call it. You want to make sure this slides right into here before you go ahead and mount this onto the top, because once you do, the cables only reach so far. So I went ahead and did that. Obviously I can't hold my camera and do that, and so I went ahead and do that, and now I just want to show you guys before I go ahead and mount the entire stem on the front and go ahead and lock it with that latch. All right, guys, so I went ahead and locked in the bottom stem and locked it with this latch right here. So now you can see that you got to be careful. There's a nice digital color screen on top, so you just want to be careful that during installation and unboxing. Again, if you were to buy one of these, and the height on the stem, the handlebar is adjustable, seems like. I'm not sure how much of space you have, but at least it is height adjustable. So as you can see, I guess for now, I'm just gonna keep it like something like this, up until I'll go ahead and install the the front wheel. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock this using this lever right here. I like that this is a tool-free experience so far. And I did not need any tools to go ahead and install the front stem onto the bike and lock it with this latch. Always make sure this latch is locked. So God forbid if you're going however fast you're going, 20, 30 miles an hour, whatever. Even if you're going 10 miles an hour, you want to make sure all these are locked nice and sturdy. And this is, I believe this bike is made out of 61 aluminum alloy metal. I believe that's what the spec said. I will verify if it's different. I will note that in the video. If not, I'll just, I believe it, I'm pretty sure it's a 61 aluminum alloy metal. So, and as you can see, the headlight is dandling here, so that should be an easy installation. Let me go ahead and remove that. I'm gonna look at the manual to install the front wheel, so it actually looks like a 20-inch fat tire electric bike, right? But so far, I'm digging it, guys. This looks very nice. I like this orange. It really pops. So I cannot wait. I mean, summer is right around the corner, so I should be chilling, right? Actually, guys, what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is to be more stability. I think it's best to go ahead and install the seat right now. As you can see, it's wrapped pretty good, and there's an adjustable, a locking lever right over here. I think you guys can see that, me pointing to it. So there it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and install the seat, and we'll take a look at it one more time. All right, guys, so I went ahead and installed the seat. The seat height is adjustable. I will have to look at the specs when I do the review. Now I'll see how far of an adjustment you can make. So we shall see. But there it is. I don't want to take off the styrofoam wrap because I'm going to be installing the wheel here next, the front wheel. Okay, so just in case I get any grease on my hands or whatever. I doubt it, but just in case, I want to play it safe. Since this is a brand new bike, you want to be extra careful. I'm sure you would be too. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to mount the front wheel, and then I'd have to install the front fender, which is right here, and then go ahead and plug in the bike. Actually, I should plug it in now so it starts charging. But as you can see, speaking of plugging in the bike, here you can see zip tied to the front handlebar as a set of 2 keys, which these are, actually, they're pretty similar to my other bike. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and remove this piece of styrofoam here between where the battery, because this 20-inch fat tire e-bike does fold in half. You just fold down the handlebar here, goes all the way down, and then you just, I'm going to assume I'm trying to see but let me go ahead and loosen up this right here. And let me go ahead and try to unfold it, see what happens. Yep, just to let you guys know, all you have to do is to fold the bike in half. You do not need to have the key on you or insert it anywhere, it seems like. All I did was release this latch right here. You just push this forward and this comes loose, and I was able to open up the bike or fold it in half, if you would, and I got that extra piece of styrofoam that was stuck inside. No big deal, but the battery is inside. I do like that a lot more than the battery being back here and whatnot, or on the rack or something. I know most bikes, well, a lot of the bikes are, the battery is either going to be inside the frame protected, which from the elements, from rain, snow and whatnot, or cold weather, and then a lot of other e-bike manufacturers, they have the battery sitting like sliding like near facing the rear wheel. So I do prefer this way. Not a big deal, but I do prefer this way personally. It's up to you guys. Everybody has a different opinion, as you guys know. So now that I took care of that, I'm going to go ahead and try to mount the front wheel, and hopefully, as you can see here, I believe this bike has hydraulic disc brakes, if I'm not mistaken. And you can see the caliper is sitting right there. All right, guys, so I went ahead and plugged in the 2-amp charger that comes along with this e-bike. Very cool. It's got a nice bright green light letting you know that the battery is either, a green light means the battery is either fully charged, or it means that the charger is plugged in into the wall but not plugged into the bike. And the charging port is right here. It's covered with this piece of rubber. Cool. It's nice and handy, because I know some bikes are like it's kind of like hidden. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in, and maybe we get something on the screen. I'm not sure. Okay, now you can see the charging status on the charger turned red. Nice and bright. I know some bikes are not that bright, but I like that. That way you can tell from far away, 30, 40 feet, is my bike still charging or is it fully charged? So let's see. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and unplug the charger because most bike manufacturers do not recommend you powering on your bike while the charger is plugged in. At least my Jetson Warn is that way. I think almost all bikes are that way. All right, guys, you are gonna love this one. Are you ready? This is beautiful. So this bike has a color LED display. So check this out. So quickly, briefly, this is the horn right here, and this is the up and down toggle buttons. I'm gonna assume that's to toggle between the pedal assist, because I think it's got either 5 or 7 pedal assists. I think it's 5. I'll check on that here in a minute. And the power button is kind of hidden on you. It's kind of like right here, right in the front. So all you have to do is press and hold down the power button. Guys, check out that display. It does like a test once you turn on the bike, and it's showing that, seems like that you see the battery status. It seems like that it's fully charged. It's probably like a 80 or 90%, give or take. But I like to plug it in to be 100% fully charged. This will be your current speed. We can tell that it's currently in pedal assist mode number 1, and you can see this is you can switch between trip, odometer. I'm gonna assume this is the max speed and the average speed. I'll have to check on these two. I believe that's what they are. And here is your lifetime odometer. It shows that, I guess, it's been tested for 0.1 miles, I'm sure, at the factory. We can see the sticker here, quality control passed. It's got a 7-gear Shimano system, and this is this is what they call a thumb throttle. It's not my favorite, but hey, I was hoping. But it's got some nice, comfortable rubber grips, and as you can see on both sides. And these are the brakes. Wow, they feel pretty firm. They might need, the one here on the right might need a little adjustment. Not a big deal. So yeah, I am loving what I'm seeing here, guys. This is one of the nicest LCD displays that I've seen on a bike, honestly. It's like a good maybe 2.5 to 3 inches long by, I'd say, about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches wide. I haven't actually measured it, but this is very nice and beautiful color display. It's one thing to have a big display. It's another thing if it's a color LED display. So this is very nice. So let me go ahead and try to mount that front wheel and see where it gets us. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the power button right over here. Press and hold the button for about, seems like 4 or 5 seconds. So I went ahead and turned that off so I can plug in the bike. And as you can see, I did unplug it, because it's not recommended to power on your e-bike, any e-bike, while the charger is plugged in. That's a big no-no. All right, guys, so now that I have the bike charging, you can see the red light on the charger right there. And I did turn off the bike before I went ahead and plugged it in, not to damage anything. And I do recommend that. I believe all bike manufacturers tell you that never power on your bike when the charger is plugged in. It's just not a good thing. So you want to get used to that habit. And now, before you install my Jetson Warn did come pretty much pre-assembled. I did not have to install any wheels. All I had to do is mount and lock on the front handlebar and the stem, and that was it. Now this bike requires just a little bit more work. I had to go ahead and install the seat, not a big deal. And of course it has that locking mechanism right here. Of course I do have to screw in both pedals. And then here, the front wheel, this shouldn't be too hard. Now I looked at it, of course this bike has, speaking of dual disc brakes, I believe these are hydraulic. These, I'm not sure if these are 160 millimeters or 180. I'd have to look at the specs again, but I like the thickness of these disc brakes. Now, speaking of that, you can see the rear wheel, the disc brakes are on this side, the disc, and obviously there's only one side to them. So, which means the front wheel, you don't want to install it in reverse. So the disc also has to be on my side rather compared to the other side. So it's gonna have to be on my side as well, just like the rear wheel right there, as you can see. So let me go ahead and do that and see what kind of tools I need, because it seems like they do provide all the tools here, Allen wrenches and other wrenches. All right guys, so in order, it's much easier to install the front wheel when your e-bike is upside down. It's just much easier this way. So I was very careful, because this has a screen, a digital screen in the middle of on the front handlebar. I went ahead, and these are some nice thick, they're like 2 inches thick styrofoam. So I put these underneath the handlebar, so that way it does not touch your, it does not damage my LCD or, you know, scratch the bike or whatnot. So I went ahead and mounted it. It's not too heavy considering that the front wheel is not installed yet, but you just flip it, you know, upside down. Be very careful not to scratch anything. This is a brand new bike after all. So now the front wheel should be a lot easier to install, and I'm gonna see how this is gonna work out since I have not installed a front wheel before. But I can see the dual disc brakes right here, so the disc should go right in between this, and hopefully I don't have to adjust the brakes. Maybe I do have to, but just for now, of course I can always use the rear brakes rather than the front, but I can always, you know, tying these brakes down the road before I go for a long ride or whatnot. So, but I do recommend making sure that at least your front or rear brakes work before you go on a ride, because this is an electric bike. And I think this bike goes up to 28 miles per hour. So it's not a joke, guys. I looked over the manual. It's got about 15-20 pages. I wish I had pictures, but it's mostly text in there, so which I'm kind of surprised. But as you can see here, here is the table of contents and whatnot, and it's just text. I'm very surprised that it does not have, it says here inside the STARRUN box, there's a QR code you can scan right here to show you what's in the box. Here it explains to you the digital LCD display. Here's a picture of how to remove the battery. I'll show that later on in a minute. Charging the battery. As you can see, it's all text. I'm very surprised there's no pictures. This piece right here was already mounted on the front fork, and along with these 4 bolts right there. And this piece right here was already installed on the front wheel itself. And here are the pegs that are included with this e-bike. I was hoping that they do fold in, but no, they're not. So here's basically a manual for them. Here's a couple washers, and there's some cool heavy-duty metal pegs though. They're not cheap, which I'm surprised. I do like the fact that they are metal and they're kind of heavy. So they're like maybe a pound each, give or take. But there's the built-in reflector on each side. So let me go ahead and install them. And here it tells you which one is the right, and of course this one is going to be the left. There's the letter L. So let me go ahead and do that. Alright guys, I did manage to go ahead and install both pegs. Correction, these are folding metal pegs. I was wrong. That's like duh, right? But you don't really get to find out once you install them, because you actually have to apply pressure. You have to push once they're installed, and you twist them. So there they are. It just feels kind of weird doing it with the bike upside down, right? So there goes that side. Make sure when you guys install your pegs, make sure you install the proper side, and make sure that they are very sturdy. Make sure to tighten these the screws onto here, just in case. You do not want that coming off. I sure wouldn't want to. So they're there. I do like the fact that these are metal. They seem pretty sturdy too. I like that. All right, so now I'm gonna try to go ahead and install the front fender, and which is right there, and also the front headlight. I kind of wrapped it around here. As you can see, it's not the biggest headlight out there, but it should get the job done. So the fender first, and then most likely the light is gonna install. Here is like the bracket for it, pre-installed bracket, or this piece of metal right here, which should be similar to my Jetson Warren. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Guys, I actually did the wrong thing. Instead of, now this piece right here was already installed on the bike frame, but the silver set was already installed on the wheel itself. So I was thinking this is more of a permanent installation, so a buddy of mine helped me out. I appreciate it. And so I removed that because it just didn't look right. And this is a more of a proper setup. And this, there's actually 2 washers. There's actually a washer right here, and this other washer prevents this from spinning. So now it's a lot more, it looks more proper installation. And the wheel spins freely, as you can see, and it keeps spinning. And the caliper, the disc brakes are sitting perfectly along the caliper, so it's not touching. And as you can see, I'm going to spin it, you're not going to hear anything. So there you go. Okay, so I tightened these up, and now I'm going to go ahead and install the front fender and the light. As you can see, I already started it. I just have to tighten that up. And there's the headlight for you. Alright guys, I did manage to successfully install the front wheel again. And I also managed to install the front fender. As you can see, the wheel is freely spinning. And the caliper is not touching the disc brakes. And neither is the fender. It's nice and tight, but you know, not, I mean, it's installed properly. You just have to make sure you tighten these two screws. There's one on each side. And I also installed the front headlight. And this headlight is adjustable, so it looks good enough for me for now. It's getting late, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the bike over, and we'll go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and test the brakes now. So this is gonna be, let's see, front brake. Actually, that's the rear. So here's, as you can see, let's do another test. There you go, nice and firm. And let's do a rear brake test. Go ahead and spin this wheel. And, okay, it works good. So I don't think I have to adjust the brakes. It doesn't seem like it, at least. So let me turn this bad boy over. Alright guys, so here's the final look. I've installed the front fender, the front headlight. The bike looks awesome. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really digging this black and orange color. Very nice. It does come in two colors. I think I already mentioned these are folding pedals, and they are metal as well. Let me go ahead and unfold them. Actually, this one is unfolded. I unplugged the charger just to make sure when I flip the bike over, I'm not causing any damage. Let's go ahead and turn the bike on. And here's the power button. Gosh, I don't know about you guys, but this is the nicest digital LCD I have ever seen on a bike. I mean, I feel like this bike has almost like an iPhone or Android look. It looks like a smart bike. It really honestly does. And the plus and the negative sign, that's when you switch to, that's how you toggle between the pedal assist modes. It's got 5 different pedal assists, as you can see. And pass mode number 0, that's for like walking mode, if you would. I think that's what it's called. Let me go ahead and turn on the headlight. Actually, that's the horn. Wow, that's loud. The headlight is out. Actually, there's 2 buttons right here. This one turns on the headlight, and this button right here changes the settings on the bottom. You can toggle between trip, odometer, max, and average. So I'll just keep it on trip. Yeah, I'll just keep it at that. And the front headlight is actually, oh, let's see, turn it off, turn it on. There it is. Let's see what it looks like from the front. That's a bit too high. It's a decent flashlight, not too shabby. There you go. It is adjustable. I think the front fender, I need to like loosen it from one side so it's more even. Not a big deal, but I know it's nice and tight now, nice and sturdy. I'm gonna go ahead and put some air in my tires using my portable tire inflator, and I know this is from Spinarchy. I have used this digital rechargeable tire inflator before, and I have reviewed it. You guys can check out the video on my channel. I love that unit. That's also a power bank and a bright LED flashlight. And so here's I want to turn on the lights, show you the headlight and the tail light. And when you step on the brake, let me see if I can do this holding the phone. Let's see. Yep, there you go. So I'm tapping the brake. Nice bright brake light. Hey, it's better than not having a brake light, you know. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about you guys, but honestly, I am loving the rear rack. This is a metal rear rack. Wow, this is sturdy. This can easily hold 40-50 pounds. I'm not sure, not exact about the weight limit, but I'll have to look that up. So, but the bike looks awesome. I'm gonna leave that plastic bag on top of the covering the bike seat. And I am loving this look. Very nice style. It looks very modernistic. And here's the front. All right, guys. And yeah, I'm gonna have to unclip these so nobody goes home with a free bike, right? I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my headlights and whatnot. Turn that off. Actually, I'm gonna turn off the bike. let it charge a little bit more before I go for a ride. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And hopefully the next video I'll be talking about some specs and the features and the speed and whatnot, and also reviewing the bike as well. If you guys made it this far and if you guys have any questions, please drop me a line down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do apologize for making this video a little bit longer than usual. I just want to show you guys, if you were to buy one of these, which you probably will, with this e-bike comes with a decent sized battery. It's got a 16 amp hour battery, so I'm not gonna complain, guys. So but anyways, if you guys like what you've seen, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications by clicking on the bell icon. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.